at my presentation about product design for elderly, the need for a new design methodology. I've worked on industrial design for 25 years, and after my retirement I started this research project just special for elderly. I am one of the participants of the elderly. I content this just a little introduction. I have done a lot of literature review, and I pick out just the things what is really necessary to show the need of a new methodology. I've also looked to the methodology to do the research. I've given, and Sarah is based on, I've given a workshop in India. This was a one-day workshop. I have given also a workshop in China, special about product design for elderly. And I have interviewed a number of Dutch elderly, and that is really fantastic to do, but it is a really lot of work, because it is more looking to the qualities of the design information. And then I have a discussion and then the conclusion. Now, inside what you have to come to is to get first insight what is product design for elderly. And the boundaries that you have to get from the main aspects of the product design. But I have done it in 3 different cultures. And you have also to know more about what are the elderly. Because elderly, that is a group that can vary from 65 to over 100. But these people have needs, wishes and desires, but you don't tell them. The design methodology for elderly, that is something else than when you are looking to just a product design. And the cultural differences and the real differences you can find in the place where you are, and also the big sizes and the city, the rural areas and so on. Now, I have looked special in my literature review to product design, the elderly, the needs, wishes and desires, and the cultural differences. For product design, product design is an integral part of the whole process, but for new, innovative products. And you have also a special product design for elderly that I have done in China. But what's also really interesting is about product design by storytelling. What you can do with a universal product design, transgenerational product design, design for aging, living laboratories where you look what the elderly are really doing. And so there is already a theoretical model for product design for elderly. Now this is the known way, the integrated part of the process, the whole product design takes place just in this type of situations. This is an example of product design for elderly. You can see the sketches about it, and also here how you can use it. But still, when you are looking to it, this is just a product to help an handicap of the elderly, because this have just this type of product design is to solve the inconvenience of the elderly. By product design by storytelling or storyboard, and this is just a storyboard. How you can arrange when somebody is coming to your place, and how you can really design a nice dinner with each other. This is really clear, because these are really nice designs just for the aging people, and stand-up chair. You make a little movement and you can push yourself up. And the other is a gardening system, just the bucket for the soul, and upstairs you can put the plants and also some tools in it, and then you can go to a place in the garden where you can really put the stuff and really work with it. But when you are young and you have also some disabilities, then you can still use this type of design. This is the transgenerational product design. This is a type of design that is not stigmatic the people, but the younger ones can also really use it. But yeah, you have to make a number of sizes. This is a theoretical model of product design for elderly. This is the normal way of designing, but the top of it, it is really difficult to do, because the people don't give you the information. You can observe elderly, but you don't get the really inner feelings of the people. Elderly, so you have a lot of things. The most important is vitality, human experience, perception, aging, the ideal activities, the activities of daily life. the exercise circle, because that is really important. Be connected is also a really big thing. CR, politics and functional powers. The life expectancy is getting higher and higher, and elderly is also, there are a lot of associations where you can really exchange your experience. Vitality is divided in the physical one, the mental one, and the emotional one. And the emotional one of vitality is just feeling happy, at peace, enthusiastic. Are you joyful, positive? Look over a long period. Can you still look over a long period and that you increase your endurance? Aging, you have all kinds of sense, and that belongs to a certain organ, and then you have your sensory activities. And this symbols how just how your skin is developing. The exercise cycle, when your age is increasing, yeah, then most of the time you have less exercise. And for my own feeling is, try not to go to the less exercises, but just try to make your fitness on a right condition. Then the needs and wishes. I have constructed this life triangle, because you have the needs, you have desires, and you have wishes and wanted things. But the needs are really always necessary to fulfill, because otherwise you get frustrations. You have also desires, but that is not necessary to fulfill. And your wants and your wishes, yeah, that can be fulfilled, but when the circumstances are coming up or arise. These are the desires from Anthony Robbins, because there are a lot of guys that have really looked to it. I have chosen for this one at the moment, because and he divided in personal needs and spiritual needs. And in this desires, you are looking for the personal needs to certainty, but also to the other side, verity. But in the spiritual needs, you have looking for love, connection, but also for growth and contribution, that you are still valuable for the community where you are living. Now these are the daily activities. These are the basic things. What you have to do: toileting, bathing, eating, getting in and out of bed, getting around inside. But you have also the instrumental activities, as shopping, all kinds of other things, interpretation. But the most important thing what I experience is that people are being connected. Communication, real communication, is really important. And I found out in some studies, when you are using social media, you are connected to thousands and thousands of people, but you get still lonelier and lonelier by yourself. Life expectancy is, this is just a chart, and you can see the rich countries have also the highest life expectancies. And you see also in more the poor areas where the life expectancy is really small. You have the cultural difference. I've looked to it. You have the well-known Hofstede 5 culture dimensions. Is more based only on the organizations. You have also the cultural map of Anna Meyer. She gives me some feelings about emotion. And of course, the culture takes place in rural areas, cities, regions, countries, and the continent. Hofstede's 5 culture dimensions, referring hierarchy, individualism, collectivism, taking care of business, risk avoidance, and long-term orientation. But Meyer gives you the possibility to come in with some human aspects, that is the emotional expression and the confrontation. Each one has another experience about confrontation with, in communication and so on. This is a typical scene of a rural area, and that gives another view about the culture when you are living in a city. That is, when you are living in a city, it is still really more individual. Here you see a map of Asia, and then you have the continent, but the continent have really big areas, and where the culture is still completely different one. Now I wanted to tell something about the design methodology. I've made this definition, and I'm looking after that. Design methodology for elderly is defined in a collection of methods, habits, procedures and rules to be followed to achieve product design for elderly. And I'm looking for methods and the habits and procedures and rules to come to the new design methodology. The research statement of me is: elderly are satisfied with the current situation, but have hidden desires that they don't express. And I have done the interviews, and that is, I have really experienced. What? Oh, so now I have to go. The research question is, how should the research be arranged to solve the claimed statement, but in the three different things, projects: the workshop in India, workshop in China, and interviews in the Netherlands. I have given a workshop with my Indian friend in India, and that was a one-day workshop, and we give them a lot of. She didn't have to look to the needs of the elderly. We give them a project, and then she called, and then we ask afterwards what she have learned about it. The workshop in China has three nice things: points, walking design, interviews, and design information. The walking design is a method in 6 steps to find the design information. These were the interviews. That was a replacement of walking design, because the people were really afraid that the students go around and didn't do anything. So we have to rearrange it to a selected interview. But what was really important was here respect for the elderly and the empathy of the interviewers. And then at that you collect the design information by making just pictures. Now the design information in visual way that is then collected. You can elevate it, evaluate it, and interpret it, and then you are coming up with the facts and the requirements, and then is an input for the next step. The interviews in the Netherlands were for 34 elderly. The first part was to collect the the quantitative design information, and the second part were open questions, and that is for the qualitative design information, and there I'm now working hard on it. Sarah? Sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is uncomfortable. In the discussion, we have the product design mentioned in the literature offers the opportunity for the elderly to participate, but she never can be really decide or it is necessary for her. Elderly have everything what she wants: money, knowledge, experience and time. We need a holistic approach to find out the needs of the people, because the people are really unique, but she are a member of the whole world. Empathy is necessary just for the interviews, just to open the mind. And the conclusion is a new design methodology is really needed. The present method don't solve the problem of the inner desires of health, but it solves only the observable needs of elderly. And cultures force you to do research in the system where you are living. Thank you for your attention.